We back, baby! Yeah. So I had to go help my mom with our dog. And, yeah, so that's where I was. That's why it was such a short. But we back. And go to sleep. Back on the beach. Guessing those are all the bridge babies that are still active. Oh, it's Amelie.
Lou.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be.
Hologram.
I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Work is the same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me.
We're gonna have to get a new bridge baby. It just came
Just
on.
focus on the road, okay?
I just thought of it.
Yeah.
Because, without a new bridge baby or new way to get past the BTs, we're gonna need a new bridge baby. Yeah, that or Sam is gonna have to find a way to make his dooms like a higher level. Hey, a VR headset. We're playing a VR video game within a video game. You know, this kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. You know, I'm super excited for next month. We got the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which is like one of my favorite games of all time. Enemies not carrying cargo cannot be detected. And sneak attack. Okay, proceed. Alright, containers, repair spray. I wonder if we'll be able to keep this stuff. Sneak attack. Right. Feed on enemies being discovered. Sam knocked out. Sam killed. Sam discovered by the enemy. Alright, let's get more used to the combat because I did see like some stuff that popped up. Oh. Okay. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Boom. see.
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest?
Yeah, it's
We're
alright.
already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all of the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities...
I do like the fact that
Chiral
he's
network
pronouncing
bandwidth and improve
Mexico
your connection with
correctly
locals,
since we're in Mexico.
we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by APAS.
Hey, pass, okay.
Please select an item to fabricate.
Okay, let's get a... How many climbing anchors can we make? Couple container repair sprays. Take a couple ladders. Customize look. Why me? I'm running it slightly just I gotta put that on. That's funny. Deliver one or more remote medical units to Villa Libre. Villa Libre is home to a pregnant woman and many elderly people, but with no local doctor. They have no access to vital medical health care. To help them gain their trust and bring them at least one remote medical unit. Right. 2 is...
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their need. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the chiral network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there too, enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you
Yeah,
have
you
any
can donate
extra
your stuff to
equipment,
help
you can
out
use the
people.
box to
Like I said,
donate
this
it
is a
to
cool
other
way to
people.
have like a
With
multiplayer
moment's
aspect to a game that
generosity,
doesn't actually
you
have
can make
multiplayer.
another Porter's Day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to take your time?
Okay.
Commencing route
I'm gonna go here. We're gonna cut across the river to avoid this area with the time fall and everything. Then we can make our way.
Delivery route finalized.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo, to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't weigh you down and wear you out when combined with your cargo. Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery, and you're in for a world of hurt.
Okay, so definitely need this.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When
Preparing.
everything is in order, head out.
Preparing to depart. Cargo management screen allows you to rearrange your cargo and place it in storage. You can also recycle a piece of cargo you no longer require. Fabricate equipment allows you to create. Alright. Cargo management. Okay, we're gonna offload this stuff.
A new feature has been made available for use.
I wonder if these actually do anything. I love these are just like, okay, we'll do this because I am. Oh. Alright, do it.
Order accepted. Thank you. I'm Sam!
There we go, that's the thing I was trying to tell you guys earlier.
Sign detected nearby.
Heat levels tolerably tolerable. Please give it your all.
Oh, hello. What's that? Oh yeah, Timefall.
Please take care.
Timefall. Reduces. Use a container repair spray.
I'm counting on you, my friend.
Yeah, I can go pick up this thing, the security camera.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
How far am I from that? I wonder how much I'm actually carrying. It's like, what, 50 kilograms I'm carrying? Yeah, 70 kilos. I love it when it rains like this. My mom loves it too.
Hey!
The post box, right? Oh no, that's my marker.
Warning. Virus elevated.
Okay, water level rising.
Hey!
One thing I do like about this is the fact that like you're seeing everybody now, or you're seeing like the stuff that people have put down now, like markers to keep you going, things like that. So you don't hesitate to rethink your route. Looks like time falls pretty relentless. You okay, Sam? Heavy rain can cause rivers to rise there. Don't force yourself to cross them if they're too deep. Instead, take a look at your map to see if you can find another route.
Fuck.
Okay, we're carrying what, 82 kilos? That's how much pounds? Oh, not the strand. Where are you? Make it a little bit easier to come back down and up. Yeah, I see what they mean by
Man.
This one's for you.
rising water levels. Ladder. Once the ladder is used, it cannot be recovered. As soon as you grab a ladder and start to climb, it will be permanently fixed. Ah, smart. I guess it's a good thing I brought two of them then. There's a couple of things over here.
Skin on my teeth.
I think we've all been in that moment where, like, we think we're doing good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for that picture book. water. Okay. Shit, cargo's getting ruined. Ugh. Yeah, see right here, this is what I like.
Thanks for
This is all stuff that, like, as other people have put to make the game a lot easier. Because it's a good way to, like, have a good multiplayer type-esque world without actually getting involved. It makes you feel like, I don't know, that there are other porters besides you in the world. That's not solely on your shoulders. That's gonna be a problem. I could probably cross it. I think it's gonna be. It's too. The river's too wild here.
Somebody lend me a hand!
I can probably cross right here. Ah, shit.
You are too far away from your cargo.
Let's see, how's the damage on the car? Oh,
Nice.
cargo management. Yeah, the damage is, to the containers looks like it's mostly. Contents aren't that damaged, but Sam.
Hello!
Might be able to run and jump this. This is a lot of...
Anybody out there? Let's do the whole thing.
bunch of really in here. Oh, there's a ladder right there. Use that. What the hell are these things, though? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Warning. Analysis confirms that these hostile life forms are chiral creatures.
Okay, good to know. These things want packages for some reason. Might have to find a way further across. This looks way too sketchy. Okay, the rain stopped. Never mind. Or at least it lightened up. Can't imagine. Sam's a beast for carrying all this stuff by himself.
Thank you, Karen.
Fabrication and management. Definitely need some more container repairments. And I'll make another ladder too. Yeah, this is one thing that's also really cool. Like, if you have certain stuff, you'll be able to donate it, and it'll help people with their stuff. Soft tissues, huh? Filtration equipment. There's a lot of stuff here.
Have faith.
Hey!
Do I have any more climbing anchors? I think I do. No, I made a ladder. Yeah, that's not too bad of a drop, right? Might need to get some new shoes in a little bit. Okay, we're outside of the chiral network. Might be able to use a ladder to cross this area and then go straight across. Like I said, this little thing where I put stuff will help out somebody else. And it could be something small as a ladder or my climbing anchors, or something as big as, in the first one you could make like highways and stuff. Alright, Sam. Ready to add more? Well, I don't think I can. I gotta carry that in my hands. Okay. Where the ground is like actually stable. It's kind of open and easy.
Brennan Barrett.
That was too close.
Okay, that's where I have to go. I'm not that far away. I'm just so... we're encumbered. See, I'm too heavy on my left side. My right side, should I say.
You should have more faith in yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna set my ladder down right here. nice there's no more time fall.
Oh. Almost toppled over. It's a close one.
And did I drop a climbing anchor? Man. 130 kilos. That's what? 260 pounds I'm carrying?
Oh. Steady.
I do like this. The fact that like you have the really management stuff. Whoop. Alright. Switch the object light. It's harder for enemies to find you now, but darkness. Should just barely put me at just below the limit. Inhabitants 16. Alright, deliver and report.
You're Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo.
Hey, we got an A.
Seems to be in decent condition. Thanks for your service. Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
Alright, new strand established. La Madre. Hello. Cupid connected Carol Network coverage is expanding, granting access to the following item. PCC level 1 on device allows you to build basic structures within the Carol Network. Building structures consumes Carol bandwidth. Keep an eye on how much you have left. Oh yeah, the quokkas.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth, but there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason, that is. There's one other problem we've been dealing with lately, though. It's not a critical issue, so I posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your Ring terminal.
Let's see,
The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly. The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back. Too many bandits in these parts. Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves.
interesting.
But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. Had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls are struggling with all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units. I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't
That's
tell
weird.
what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane. But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday. A new order has just come through for you. Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, I'll share additional
Order complete. Well done.
Activate the terminal. Recover all chiral density gauges stolen by the bandits.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation.
Interesting,
and
they
improve
never had
your
this
odds
in
of
the
getting
first
the job
game.
done quietly. But that's not all, of course. Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps through this area. Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best of luck to you out there.
Okay, what's this? Warning, Spider Hill.
Commencing route creation.
Okay. Might have to go through the mountains. Because this looks like it might be the easiest way to go through. Move all markers.
Commencing delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
Here.
Delivery route finalized.
Okay, you can build a watt tower using your PCC. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Take some boot clips. Couple ladders. A few climbing.
Order accepted. Thank you.
I know, what's that? Handmade necklace, huh?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Hello!
Okay, this area is dangerous. But, however, it might be the only thing that we could do, or only place we can go. It's the quickest way there, but who knows what else is there, you know? Got another vitals analyzer up there. Looks like somebody also dropped a ladder. Post box. So I do like the fact that you can choose to take it all the way, or you can put it part of the way and have someone else help you out, you know? Okay. Ugh. Let's not do that with the spiders. I'm starting to get that tingly feeling all on my back. If you guys don't know, I have arachnophobia. So anything spiders related, I despise. Like, the more realistic it looks to spiders, I start getting like creepy crawlies up my back. Ugh. I'm starting to get that feeling now. close to our cargo limit. Anesthetic agent, and then we'll pick up that on up here. Well, I can tell you one thing, this is a good way to get your cardio in. Look, the fact that, like, when you're going downhill with such a heavy load, you gain speed. Avoid the big ass spiders. Ugh. Reminds me of this time I was driving out in the desert and I just hate the thought of it. I was going down this dirt road and I see stuff moving. I turn on the high beams and the road was full of tarantulas. Ugh. I do not fuck with spiders. And I decided to come this way. Why? Oh, because somewhat of a masochist.
Yeah, let's ignite.
I don't like. Shit. Sam, go. Okay, it's only if you step on these things. Ugh. Why is it always spiders? Ugh. Like Indiana Jones, except it's spiders instead of snakes. I don't really mind snakes that much. Spiders, ugh.
Can anybody hear me?
Ugh, okay, I'm out of the area with spiders. Ugh. I still have that, like, feeling all over my back. We moved to farm cargo. Hey, when did I lose a climbing anchor? Did I drop one? Guess that happened when I decided to rearrange stuff.
Please give it your all. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, this is probably gonna hurt if I fall. I say another PCC.
Done and dusted.
It's amazing that none of these guys see this.
Construction process now complete.
Enemy count,
Not bad. Not bad.
1, 2, 3, about 6 enemies or so. Okay, I'm gonna make my way down there.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do is right about here. I'm gonna take off my backpack. I can do this nice and stealthy. Sneak attack. I still have my ladder. Do not. The water's okay for me to walk in. Really 7 guys. I didn't see that guy over there. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think this thing that like I do the sonar thing, I think it makes noise. Who's on me? Oh. Oh well, fuck it. Let's make our way back.
I see.
Let's see if I can pour it this way. Let's go grab the other one and then we can start making my way through here. I was hoping to do that as stealthy as I could, but you know, you don't always get what you want, right?
All designated cargo successfully delivered. Proceed to delivery destination for processing.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Climbing anchor, PCC. Let's go grab all the stuff that I picked up. Now, good news is I don't have to worry about these guys coming and beating my ass. Ow! I do love the fact that they give you that option that you can just stack this thing as high as it goes, but you're not going to be able to hide from enemies. And it makes sense narrative-wise or gameplay-wise. Like, it's like trying to hide between hiding from the cops behind a chain link fence. God damn it. I'll take that ladder. plan my route. Let me check my map. Okay, I am way off route.
Stay focused.
Man, I can't imagine doing this. I'm getting tired just watching Sam do this job. If I remember right, there is a way for you to, like, relax with Sam. So you do this, take off the backpack.
Keep moving. Keep pace.
I guess I do remember that you were able to do something like that. Did I pick up or did I get a container repair spray? I have to switch my shoes out a little bit. Ooh, I can take that used filtration device. It's gonna overload me, but I'm pretty much right there anyway. Alright. I love the fact that like that's still a thing that like you pee and a mushroom appears. Here we go. Part of this is gonna be copyrighted. You know, in a way, Hideo Kojima kind of reminds me of James Gunn. Always putting in music that he's listening to within his works of art.
Gotta work on those core muscles.
Hey, tell me about it. Ooh, Jesus, it's heavy. I guess the good thing about stuff being this heavy is that like I'm no longer running, so I shouldn't be able to lose my balance as much. restroom real quick, guys. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I'm kind of glad that like enemies don't really travel out in packs.
Is this the right size? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
It was so crazy that Death Stranding wiped out all kinds of like wiped out so much stuff. Could you imagine having to ride a horse and how easy this would be with horses? I better get a whole bunch of likes for what I went through. Like, subscribes, hit the bells. Canteen is empty.
Break time.
Massage those feet. You know what sucks for Sam? If he got a Charlie horse and he had to stand up while carrying all that stuff on his backpack. Me, I think I would cry. Like, just imagine carrying what, how much is 170 kilos I'm carrying? About 400 pounds or so?
Buen día, Sam. ID confirmed.
Anybody out there?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the
I hope I can get those,
process your orders and requests.
there's like an anti-gravity carrier you could get in the original game. Made carrying these loads less of a pain. I'm starting to get thirsty because of all the work Sam does.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, sir.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need those anti-gravity ones to make this a lot easier. One of my favorite things you could do is you could get on the anti-gravity ones like a skateboard and just go all the way down the mountainside.
Hola, you're Sam, right? I assume you're here to drop off that stolen cargo of ours? With those chiral density gauges in our possession, we'll be able to determine where BTs are likely to appear in the future. So, let's get a look at those containers and see if we're good to go. Handled with love and care. Anyone with eyes can see as much.
There we go. No damage.
Picked this up while you were out and about, huh? Thanks. We really needed it. I just have to say that you're an absolutely incredible... Looks like our chiral density gauges are just about good to go. So, let's see what that Cupid of yours can do.
of these areas, like... Chiral Network, coverage expanding, granting access to the following. Blood Grenade level 1. Grenade expels a cloud of blood on impact, damaging BTs. Blood cloud lingers in the air, causing continuous damage to screen enemy vision. Can be stored in a grenade pouch. Now, Cupid connected. Timefall shelter. This is going to be a lot helpful.
Now displaying your current order grade.
It's high time we got on the chiral network. Our BT research...
Not gonna lie, I think this guy kind of looks like me.
We just shared some data with you that'll let you fabricate blood grenades. A kind of anti-BT weapon. Build timefall shelters too. I think you'll find both very useful. The chiral gauges you brought us have been safely integrated into our systems. To resume all distribution center operations and get back to business as usual. A lot of lives will be saved thanks to you.
Have timefall shelters changed?
So, you probably think timefall shelters are only good for getting out of the rain, right? Wrong. Our timefall shelters are different, you see. After extensive research and development, we were able to outfit them with a system that disperses a BT repellent fluid. So if you've got one on your table and it's about to grab you, these shelters are the perfect way out. Only downside is that the repellent has a limited supply, so make sure you don't run low. It has other perks too. The shelter can purify timefall and convert it into drinkable water, allowing you to top up your canteen on the go. We've posted an aid request so you can fabricate a shelter to see how it works. Researchers at other facilities are also in the process of looking into how various structures might be improved. As you expand chiral network coverage, we'll be able to share information and coordinate our efforts more effectively. And I'm sure we will all make even faster progress as a result. So keep on doing what...
And what's the next order?
By the way, you're planning to visit the research lab, yeah? You'll have to pass through some dangerous territory then. We'll do a quick survey of the chiral density, so you might not want to leave right away. And let's not forget that you just tackled one of our toughest orders on record. Tell you what, we got a nice private room here that you can use to catch your breath. We'll get started on prepping the cargo for your next run in the meantime.
My back, like I said, it hurts just looking at all that crap he carries. Yeah, let's go deep. You deserve it after the day you had carrying nearly 200 kilos. Let's see how much that is. 440 pounds, yeah, I was right.
Gate quake detected. Please seek shelter immediately.
Uh-oh. That's a BT.
Sam, are you okay?
I'm fine. You guys?
The facility's intact, but the research lab might have taken a hit. The local chiralium levels appear to be rising. Better hurry over there, Sam. Head to the delivery terminal upstairs and check their order.
And we're gonna have that thing where we can look in the customized luck. I know that, like, in the previous game, you could, like, just mess with the stuff around. You okay, Sam? We got a gatequake over here. Good old crypto bite. I remember these used to be Monster Energy drinks in the previous game, the first version of the game, and then I think they lost the licensing right for it, and then it had to become like off-brand energy drinks. Now it's tea, it looks like. You can use a screen image. Customize your private room, the presets, or use a screenshot capture in photo mode. Only screenshots taken in photo mode can be selected. Cool. Alright. It'd be cool if like you could use stuff within the actual game. Or like from your desktop. There we go. Let's do a do it for her type thing. The dog's out for free. Go to the surface.
Departing facility.
How's that with all the shit that I have? I still have so much shit on me.
Sam, we've got a situation. The delivery for the research lab is ready for transport, but the chiral density is higher than anticipated. This may be due to the gatequake just now, but we've identified a new BT area in the vicinity of the lab. However, we have no BB pods on hand. I know you've got dooms, but without a pod, you're gonna struggle to determine exactly where the BTs are.
Don't worry. If I can get close enough, I should be able to see them. Seems like my dooms level or whatever went up at some point. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of the rest.
Oh yeah? That's awesome. By the
I
way,
guess maybe
we
interacting
finished a
with
preliminary assessment of the
Amelie
BTs
or
detected in the vicinity of the research
Blue
lab.
was able to
Prepared some
make his
weapons
dooms
that should be
progress.
effective against them. You're a pro. I know you can handle this. All right, go. I'll brief you on the details.
Alright, entrust cargo.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Okay.
All right, Sam. You good to go? The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area.
There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, you can use it to escape any BTs that may be pursuing you. And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain. So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC. You're the only one we...
Right. Let's plan our route.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Right. Prototype MP bullets. Fix the suit. Do I have a PCC? Yes, I do.
Order accepted. Thank you. I will always support you.
Hello!
I also love the fact that like you can put these out for people and like I don't know, make them feel good about going out into the world.
You take care of
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Ancient fossil, huh? That's large, damn it. Maybe I should have made a second PCC.
That was too close.
Now, if I put the timefall clothing, I can take it where it needs to go. Shouldn't be that much, right? And it's a couple more pounds. Or kilos.
Earthquake detected. Intensity. G-scale. 6.
That's pretty big. The one that happened, what, beginning was a little 4? That broke down the whole mountaintop.
Fuck this.
Hey!
crazy the terrain's gonna be. But fucking you all.
Can anybody hear me? Anybody out there?
Ooh, there's a post box up there. Okay, former geophysics lab. Well, maybe they're the ones who put up the mailbox. Oh, they definitely set up the watchtower. So I can take BTs and tape approach. Okay. What we want is the PCC.
Construction process now complete.
Okay, let me see, what do I need to upload? Rubber bullets, bullets. I think MP bullets are what we need to fight the BTs. You can see the BT now. Follow the umbilical cords. Kinda miss having the, was it the handcuffs? Oh, hello.
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BTs are decentralized. Please deliver your cargo to the research lab.
My name's Sam.
Yeah, you can grab all my stuff. Ooh, look at all that stuff over there. How much can I carry? I can carry the...
Close one.
Probably carry the headache pills in the backpack, but the two things I'm probably gonna have to. Alright. Yep, we're encumbered. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go offload some of this stuff into this mailbox. Take that.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
Donate to
Thank
other
you for your
players.
cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
There we go. This should make me light enough to go pick up everything. That's gonna be a pain. Look how high that is. It's like 15-degree inclination, or not 15-degree. It's like a 15 on the treadmill. Yep, this is heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to drop. Cargo management. This I can drop. There's nothing in there. I don't think I need another ladder. So don't need these. There we go. Like a whole pound underneath the weight limit. Yeah. Almost lost my cool there. But I saved it.
Fuck.
It's like those little parts where like you think it's going good, and then all of a sudden you hit one little pebble and you're falling on your face. Wow, look at this, man. You know, this kind of reminds me, what is it called? Like, Zero Light Parks or something like that? Really is a beautiful looking game. Should be getting up here. That is a lot of ladders. That is an abundance of ladders. Surplus even. I just noticed I'm covered in my own blood because the grenades that like Sam uses are made from his own fluids. I think because he's a repatriate, he's able to damage and kill BTs.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Oh. Funny little tidbit that like if it's too high up, it'll if it's too high up on the, if your thing's too high up, it'll hit the roof and knock out one of your packages.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Looks just about perfect to me. But, that's Sam the man for you. Oh, picked up some lost cargo, I see. Should be a nice surprise for someone. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entirety of Mexico onto the chiral
All
network.
of Mexico? That was quick. Seems like we're missing a good chunk of Mexico still. Alex Weatherstone. Not gonna lie, he looks like a guy I went to high school with. X is following anti-BT effect added and people are now effective against BTs.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So, Sam, don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCA. I was a Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the Death Stranding and BTs, I jumped at the chance, and here I am. And now, you're here too. You actually couldn't have come at a better time. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started to climb, hitting significantly higher ranges than before. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant BT appearance. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against BTs. Because if a giant BT is on the way, then we're gonna need you to put it down.
And what kind of weapons you got?
Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets that have anti-BT properties. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle into a BT killing machine. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you want to keep a few on hand. Before you head back out, review your op. We've set aside a ton of extra material. It's hard to know when this giant BT is going to appear. So for now, you should rest up in your private room and prepare for a potential fight. That's both mine and Deadman's recommendation. We'll keep you posted, Sam.
I definitely need a shower to get all this blood on me. I wish I could go to sleep like that. Like he just lays down and knocks out. Like me, once I'm up, I'm up. I find it so hard just to relax and then get back to sleep.
It's been too long, Sam.
Deadman?
You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick.
I do like the fact that, like, he went to go hug him.
Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side.
Little fun fact about Kojima, he likes to put all his friends into his stuff.
After I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean.
But I love the fact he's used all kinds of stuff.
Oh, but that failed too.
Tar?
The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials.
Koala and kangaroo?
The kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds.
So it's like a teleporter to Australia?
To confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples they collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived.
Oh, what happened
Ours
there?
was not the last bastion of
it's the
humanity,
wall.
but Australia had suffered the death stranding too.
They're still using BBs?
Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion.
But
After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate.
But by that logic, wouldn't
Something
that
else that I need
cause
to tell you, though.
us adding more places to the chiral network make
Something
it bigger?
far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gate quake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.
Because, like I said, all that stuff happened because we were, all that, like that, he even said himself that the plate gate opened when we first started making, the chiral network, bigger. Okay. Fabrication and management. Let's take some blood grenades. Don't really need boots and all that other stuff. Okay, customization, no. Okay, we're gonna put these away. Oh, wait, these are recycling them. Okay, yeah, let's just recycle these. That thing is big. And it has a face. I guess it makes sense to send Sam to go kill these things because he's a repatriate, so even if he dies, he's gonna go fight them. Where the grenades. Ow!
Bring it on!
Yeah.
Now, damn it!
All right. Whoa, Willow. There you are. Kind of like the fact like its face is splitting open. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Gotcha. That's gonna be a bunch of chiralium. I really like the designs of the BTs. Like this one looked like a giant skull with its face splitting in open. Very nice. An S rank.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Sam, this is Alex. You did it! We've confirmed the chiral crystallization of the giant BT. Local chiral density is already dropping fast. I think we can all rest easy for now. You've saved a lot of lives by killing that monstrosity. We won't forget that. Head to the research lab's private room and take a break. You've earned it.
You know, I wonder, because there was this guy that we kept on seeing in the trailers for this game. Kind of looked like a Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I wonder how he's gonna play into this game. Because with Kojima, it's never a thing of like halvesies. You know, he always makes something make sense in the end. like I have to make some new shoes for Sam. His ones that I gave him are starting to wear out. And there's our guy.
Thank you so much. Perhaps you should take a break. I want you to know that we appreciate it.
Special American beer.
Hey, Sam. I've been waiting for you. Stuff goes missing all the time, but it looks like today is our lucky day.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I gotta say, Sam, you're looking pretty beat. You know you can borrow the private room whenever you want, right? Don't kill yourself for our sakes.
Yeah.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's see. Share cargo with other porters. Share some climbing anchors.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
Oh yeah, I have to make some new boots too. And let's get all this tar off me. There we go, cheeked up for the boys and the ladies. I guess they got away, or they took out the part where like you actually see Sam. Well, you don't actually see Sam. You see him through like a filter, like a one-way filter when he's using the restroom.
As I said before, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Lou. You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging into BB-28's past. That is, Lou's. I found the BB decommissioning records. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated 4 years ago, long before you and Lou first met.
That's BB-28?
This is the child officially identified as BB-28. But if you look closer, Sam, you see at once that it can't possibly be Lou. Right there at the elbow, where the birthmark should be. Nothing. Which means we have another BB-28 on our hands. The one with whom you memorably went west and back not so long ago. That is Lou. Per regulations, the serial number assigned to each
Then
BB
why the
was
swap?
unique. No two units should have ever been assigned the same one. I've cross-checked the details with the most up-to-date entries in the UCA database. And indeed, there is no reason to believe BB-28 survived. All of which can only mean, Sam, that the bridge baby you carried with you on your journey across America, Lou, was never recorded in the official database. So, where then did Lou come from? Right now, your guess is as good as mine. But as worrying as that sounds, this could actually be to your advantage, since it's functionally impossible for the UCA or Bridges to track a BB of which they have no record. Which is lucky, because if they did know about a BB that could live and grow outside the pod, they'd want to secure it for study. So take comfort in the knowledge that they don't, that you're free, that you can bring up Lou in peace. How is it, by the way? The two of you living as a family. Right. I have gifts for you. A few things to take back home.
What is that?
An assortment of vaccines to be administered as your child grows up. We want Lou to live a long,
that's
healthy
nice.
life. And it's natural for children to be afraid of shots. Maybe this will help put Lou's mind at ease. A token of my affection.
I like the fact that
You
it's
can
in the
collect
shape
it
of a BB
via the delivery
unit.
terminal when you leave. I wonder how big Lou will get. Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. As you know, everyone is meant to go to their own beach when they die. But unlike most people,
Yeah, he's
I
technically
wasn't
like
born
a...
from a mother. I was born from an artificial womb. Transplants provided the organs I never had.
Well, I like the thing like turned all
I was
black and
incomplete
gray.
and had no beach, I believed. But I wasn't about to accept that. I went back home to study the
Body and
Ka
soul.
and the beach. I threw myself into my work, Sam. I tried. But I think I've done all that I can. In the end, I'm still a patchwork Frankenstein's monster. One that's just about worn out. As a doctor, I can tell you, I don't have long left. So I've devoted my remaining time to research. That's why I'm here, Sam. Where I can focus on the beach. There's so much data here, Sam. On beach formation, jumping via beaches, the relationship between the beach and plate gates. All the evidence you could ever wish for.
But
not enough to solve every mystery, perhaps, but enough for me to make an incredible personal discovery. That I have a beach after all. It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a ha and a ka and a beach to go with them.
that's good to hear. Oh, he's crying.
Lastly, I have a confession for you, along with a heartfelt apology.
What did you do?
I told you once that I didn't have dooms. But that's not actually true. Not that I was lying, you understand.
Didn't know.
I just didn't know. It was only after I found my beach that I realized. Chiral allergic reaction. I can feel it getting closer. I'm off to the beach, Sam. To my beach.
Fine.
Take care of yourself.
And
know about this?
No. It's news to me, too. I'm sorry that Dead Man is gone. But he would have been pleased that you managed to extend the UCA network all the way to his lab. Thank you, Sam.
I guess I'm homeward bound.
Missing little Lou that badly?
You know I am.
Come on back, Sam. Lou misses you too.
So, like how Deadman said, everybody has their own beach. And beaches in this world are basically like your bridge to the afterlife. So if you die, you wind up at your beach and then you go into the ocean, which is basically the, I guess you can call it Well of Souls.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Let's see, Corpus. See, control, story. Yeah, so right here, Deadman, he's basically, like how he said, he's an artificial human. And, he didn't think he had a beach. So yeah, let's see, study BBs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Was a coroner and would have often to dismember corpses. He was born from an artificial woman, was given organs harvested from dead people to make up for the ones he was lacking. As such, he's a mixture of living and the dead, and does not have a beach of his own. This source was a great distress to him, as Deadman had confided to Sam. Tormented by his lack of beach, Deadman moved to Mexico to conduct research into Ha-Ka, the beach. So Ha-Ka are the body and soul, but they're referred to that like in ancient Egyptian mythology. Another topic is spirituality. There he discovered he does in fact have a beach, and that he is a doomed sufferer. Unfortunately, Deadman's body was already on the brink of death. He makes one last final confession to Sam before making his final journey to the beach. I guess in a way that would bring some peace to him. Because if he has like just a little bit of, because everybody else has a beach where they go to and they die. And I guess that way it gives them some peace knowing that there is an afterlife for them. But with Deadman, he didn't think he had one because he was made up of a bunch of different body parts. And I think the beaches are also like your way of connecting with people. Let's look at this. Yeah, Dooms right here. A strange condition first identified around the time of the Death Stranding. Dooms imbue sufferers with an range of abnormal powers. Although the exact nature of condition differs from person to person, one symptom common to all Doom sufferers is a strong connection to the beach and the world of the dead. Coming into contact with things such as related to the dead, such as BTs and Krillin, causes Dooms to develop goosebump-like skin marks known as chiral rash. And yeah, it is sad to see him go, but I think in a way he does feel a bit at peace. Here it is, the beach. A place that exists between this world and the other side, between the world of the living and the world of the dead. It is connected to the consciousness of every human and is thought to exist exclusively to those born from humans. The beach exists in many different forms. There are beaches which exist on a higher plane to individual beaches, beaches shared by people who have died at the same time, beaches used for chiral networks, data transmission, all of them differ in nature from ordinary space and locations. Time passes slower on the beach. A single second can last anywhere from several days to several years on the beach. And yeah, it's a way for them to, I guess, Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for the night, because I do have to get ready for my drive to Illinois tomorrow. So let's see who's on. And we did stream earlier. Let's see, Blue Satire's on, and he's going to be playing, he's partner pushing, so we'll go say hi to him. Where are you, Blue? Alright, y'all, have a good night. Stay safe, be safe, be good to each other, and I will see you when I come back. We'll be doing some more Death Stranding when I come back. Next week, I should be able to do at least one stream next week because I do have, well, I don't know. I might do two because of the day I get home and then the day after. But I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated. Anyway, see you later, guys.